All right. We just hit the button. Now we're live. We're live and we're recording. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Whiskey Thursday. Right. We're 17 seconds in. I don't know if we have anybody here yet, so we're just having some fun. But we have a special edition.
We do. We have a special edition. It's called Our Guest Canceled Tonight. So we're gonna show up anyways, and we're gonna
do so much better.
What's that?
Special edition Whiskey Thursday. We didn't have to. I know, but we did advertise it last week, so I guess people are going to be wondering, like,
absolutely,
where is Jason?
So you know, we could like I said earlier, we could hijack somebody else's live. We could just stream it through our own, right? We got
there you go.
Yeah. We. Okay, let me find this here. Make sure we can see who's coming on. Matt, what is going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Are you talking to me, or you just said I'm going to see who's coming on here?
I'm just trying to make some conversation up here.
All right, we're making conversation. I see.
Yeah.
Like, this is old school, man. This is like when we were first getting started, and like nobody wanted to be on Whiskey Thursday yet.
Well, apparently we had a hard time booking somebody today. So.
I know. We had it booked. You know, something came up. They weren't able to make it. So we're trying to get it rescheduled. But in the meantime, you have your lovely host right here.
Matt, you been drinking?
I started early.
Oh, you did, eh? You did.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm about to pour a glass here. I'm good.
There we go.
I'm good. Yeah. So guys, everybody tuning in, welcome to Whiskey Thursday. As Matt said, this is a special episode. I don't know how special this is going to be, but unfortunately we had somebody pretty big actually scheduled for tonight. Something came up. They ended up having to reschedule. So, you know, instead of not showing up or not canceling the show, we figured we'd come by or just come here. And actually we've got a bunch of, we've been doing some coaching stuff inside of the academy. This is something we actually used to do. Hang on, man, this is distracting. I can't turn down the volume.
What volume?
Forget. Okay, there we go. I got it.
By the way, you guys, if you're watching live, hashtag live in the comments down below. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments down below. And if you're watching YouTube, let us know on YouTube, as well as join the group on Facebook. It's facebook.com/groups/REMCM. So there'll be a link down in the description. But anyways, as you were saying.
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
Well, we have a whole whopping 5 viewers right now. We just started. Typically, this goes up as we move along in the show. But as we were
usually with the chatbot blast, which have been disabled at the moment. So
yeah, well, maybe we can talk a little bit about that and how useless chatbots have become.
Yeah, I mean, I still like them in the affiliate space, but that's about it. You know. So. I don't know if anybody's doing it and loving it with real estate leads, but I personally am not.
Well, you know, one of the things I'm seeing a lot of success with recently is text messages.
Text is
huge, like big. Like I was just looking at stats on one of our campaigns that we ran a couple of weeks ago, and we're seeing like almost 70% response.
Yeah,
it's insane. You know, so everything's moving over to that. You know, one of the big reasons why I didn't do text messages was because, you know, a lot of the clients that I had when I first started out were in Canada, and we have a lot of rules around sending out electronic messages, and especially with text messages, you know, you have to put in the opt-in links inside of your text messages, and you've got to notify who you are every single text. Like, there's a lot of rules around it, right? So I never got used to like doing texting campaigns until I started working in the US, where it was a little bit, you know, lenient, I think, on the text messaging side of things. And so, but more recently now,
we're all about like blasting people with spam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we love it. We love it here. Seriously.
It's like,
I cannot figure out how to get this, like, there's this crappy newspaper thing that gets delivered. It's not like a legit newspaper. It's like a local, I don't even know. I haven't opened a bag from one of these things in years, but like every week it's on the end of the driveway, and it's just like, I hope they put it in the center of the driveway so I can toss it in the trash. Instead, there's been a couple that get missed and they go over to the edge and you don't see them, and then all of a sudden it rains, and like 3 weeks later this old nasty thing's been run over. Yeah, we're all about the spam is basically what I'm trying to say.
So, okay, well, going back to what I was saying earlier about the text messages, one of the things, like I wanted to leverage text messages, right? We've got some really big projects in Canada that we're working on. And so one of the things I started doing is just basically adding like a checkbox to the lead form, right? So essentially giving us permission to go ahead and spam them, right?
Pretty much.
And to my surprise, I actually didn't see like a huge increase in lead cost from doing that. And so now it's obviously allowing us to send a lot more text messages. And and typically the way we do it, the way I usually do it is that first text message that goes out, I'm basically confirming, like, are you who you're supposed to be, right? Like, hey, is this Matt? Or, hey, is this Matt? I want to go ahead and send you that, list of homes, or that, whatever offer I had on the campaign. Before I send that to you, I just want to make sure it's you, right? And it's just like, yep, it's me. Yep, it's me. Yep, yeah. And then with high level, with their I guess their built-in sort of AI stuff, you can kind of automate the entire thing. So we've been getting some really, really good results on text automations. It's been working really well for some of the campaigns that we're running.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's on my radar right now, is like the text flows, the actual text flows, which I don't know exactly how they work, but they look pretty cool. If they're anything like what you can do with ManyChat, you can do with
if
text.
there's anybody that's going to go out and figure it out, it's going to be you.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, new feature.
New features.
Let me figure that one out.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to get totally distracted with whatever else I'm doing. I'm going to go play around with this.
Just wait. People are going to sign up for the webinar, and it's going to be like, yo, you get a text. And it's going to be this long conversation. I'll just like do the webinar in a conversational format in the chat. There you go.
Right.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, hey, listen, for people that are watching, they're wondering what the hell we're doing tonight and why we don't have a guest. Again, our guest, who's our guest tonight? Was
Jason Wardrop, which Jason had something come up. He wasn't able to make it. We are working on rescheduling it with him, so he's excited to be on the show. It's just not going to work this week. So it's all good. It's all good.
Awesome.
Unless you're expecting him, then
cool. So what we decided to do tonight is basically just come on the show and, obviously do our thing here, a little bit of banter back and forth, Matt, have a little bit of fun. But one of the things that we've been doing inside the Academy is
coaching.
These coaching programs, or we've had this coaching program going on for the past 3 weeks or so. Very basic stuff, not nothing overly complicated, but hopefully helping out some people that are just getting started in this space inside the real estate industry. And tonight, what we wanted to do is kind of pull out some of these questions that we've been getting from the coaching program, bring them over. Not all of them. There's like, I think I just looked at the pages, 2 pages long of questions that have come up. But just some of the bigger ones that have come up, and some that actually come up on a regular basis. And I think we're going to go ahead and cover that. And in addition to that, we've done this before too. If anybody wants to come on Whiskey Thursday, hey, if you want to dial in, if you got some questions, we're going to go ahead and throw up a number where you can actually call in. And Matt, I think we're going to go ahead and throw up the link as well to the Zoom. So if you want to come on, you want to ask some questions, you want to come hang out for 10, 15 minutes and chat with us, you can do this tonight. We don't do this very often, but every once in a while we feel like, you know what? Let's answer some questions. Let's talk to some people. So you get kind of, it's kind of like a little one-on-one coaching call for 15, 20 minutes, right? I think we did this actually a long time ago, which actually worked well when I was traveling and I was driving from Toronto to Ottawa. It was a 5-hour trip, right? And I think we were on Whiskey Thursday, and we were doing all these phone calls. Like people were calling into Whiskey Thursday, and I remember being on the phone like pretty much for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
answering questions. So it was a good time. So if anybody wants to pop on, and it's a good opportunity here to ask Matt what the hell he's doing, spending $250,000 a month. Facebook ads. Wow. So if anybody wants to know. So you can dial into the show, or you can go ahead and just pop on Zoom. So come hang out.
Yeah. And I put that in the actual, in the show. So you should see it inside there.
It's popped up.
Do you want to come on the show via phone or Zoom? Let us know. And then we'll look and we'll see who's interested and we'll pick out our favorite and we'll bring them.
Yeah, that's what we typically do, right? So if we're going to get like 5-6 people, if you get picked, you're our favorite. If you don't,
right.
we don't like you. No, I just kidding.
No, next we're actually going to put a poll up with everybody who's interested and we're going to see who everybody wants to hear from.
Yeah.
No.
And guys, if you have any questions tonight, if you want, whatever, if you got questions about real estate
special edition.
Questions about real estate in general, just about whatever we're doing, about the academy, about, whatever general questions. Matt's got a whole lot of knowledge on just about a whole ton of different things.
Something is going off and it just keeps beeping.
What's that? Oh,
okay, it's gone now. Yeah. So I've got a whole lot of, there it is again.
Oh, yeah.
Got a whole lot of knowledge on some stuff. Yeah. I mean, we figured we'd do Q&A. Shane turned me down and I was like, dude, just go get Warzone. Let's hop on. Let's do a live stream, gaming, Call of Duty, and questions. And we got turned down. So we're just doing the questions and answer. So hopefully that'll work well. In the meantime, let's jump into some of these questions that we already have and take a look at those. So,
and sorry, I'm just going to interrupt for a quick second here. If people stick around and they want to, I've been posting a lot about like some of the stuff that's really working well for us. I've kind of, for a long time, I stopped posting like on my personal profile about, whatever's happening with, like some of the campaigns that we're running. We got really busy with the academy and just bringing in students.
One of us is lagging. I don't know which one it is.
Helping them out and stuff like that, and then building up the programs. Class. What's that?
I said one of us. I just heard you're like. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't know which one of us was lagging. I hope it was you and not me. But at the same time, I hope it was me and not you, because if I have to disconnect, then you're alone versus the other way around. So
it's all me.
It's all you. Okay. Kat Meningo says, "Oh my gosh, that would be delightful." I'm not sure what that's in reference to, Kat. Let us know. Because if it sounds delightful, then maybe we'll have to figure out a way to do it. So anyways, I can't see how many people have actually answered this card without closing it. Wait, if I close it, can I open it again? Let's find out.
While you do that, guys, if you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Franklin says with Shane that was delayed. Awesome.
Okay, perfect.
Let us know where you're watching from too. Matt's watching from, where are you at now, Matt? Matt bought a brand new big old house. And if you can't notice, there's a whole lot of echo.
Yeah, I don't have a rug in this office.
It has nothing to do with the carpet. It has to do with the size of the house. The house is huge. But congratulations on your brand new house. Finally moved in. I'm sure you're feeling awesome about it. Got so much more space.
Nice.
So, and of course you've just gone through the whole home buying and selling process, which is I'm sure that was a fun time, right?
Thankfully I had a good agent, so it worked out well.
Who'd you use as an agent? You used yourself. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you get the agency or the agent discount, so it's always fun.
It's awesome.
But yeah,
Kat was saying that the Call of Duty hangout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now that would be. We should do that. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to upgrade like your whole PC, which would be great because then you'd have a PC that is up to date and modern and not. Well, actually, you have a newer laptop, don't you? Didn't you get a new one like a year and a half ago or something?
Who? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Kat? Oh, I buy a new laptop every 6 months.
Every 6 months, okay. See, well, maybe we just need to get you into a nice PC where it's going to last you a while.
Wait, you want me to play video games?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
listen,
can hook up
there's one thing you don't want me to do, and that's play video games.
Oh man, Franklin says good old.
Never get any work done. I get highly addictive. But number two, I'm just gonna whoop your ass. Like really, I don't think you want me on like your shared game or whatever you guys do anymore.
Oh man, Look at that. Anyways, Franklin says he's from the Netherlands. Franklin, speaking of games and the Netherlands, I actually just got a set of sim racing pedals from the Netherlands that just showed up today. So that's pretty cool.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is really exciting if you're into that stuff. So Husingvelds, I think is what they're called. Anyways, let's get into some of these questions before we get too drunk.
Awesome.
To be able to handle
Before we
them.
get started, sorry, just before we get started with that too, guys, if you have any questions, tonight's a good night. If you want to learn, or if you want to know a little bit more about what we're doing, just in terms of real estate marketing, advertising, Facebook, whatever else, Matt's spending a whole lot of money right now. It's a great time to ask him everything that we're doing.
Oh, you know what? We just got an offer from Prahbdip to jump on.
Oh, you serious? Oh, okay, cool.
Prahbdip, do you want to jump on via phone or via Zoom? Let us know.
That's cool.
Let us know.
Maybe we should ask our audience to see if they want to.
You want to hear from Prahbdip? I think he's doing some cool stuff, but yeah. Franklin says he's in. Somebody's got to die first. It's true, Franklin. And you know what? Sometimes you send somebody out so you can see where the other guys are at. Just don't tell them that's what you're doing. Prahbdip says on Zoom. Awesome. Let us know when you're available, man. Let us know when you're ready. We'll get you on. We'll jump right into these questions. You can join with us. This will be a good time. Shane, are you just smiling at me or are you frozen? I am not quite sure. I think you're frozen. That's what we come back to. I love it. I love it. All right, Prahbdip's good right now. All right, Prahbdip, I'm going to hook you up with a link. Give me 1 second here. Shane, entertain people. Give me a minute.
What?
I don't know. Entertain.
What are you talking about? Okay, let me say hello to some people. What's up, guys? Okay, who do we got here? Let's see here. We got Jeff Hicks. What's going on? Watching live. Chris, what is up? I think, Chris, you're watching. Yeah, Windsor, Ontario. So not too far away from me. I think we're a couple hours away here. Got Franklin here. What is up, buddy? Cat's watching. Thanks for tuning in. Zach Burge says, did Jason cancel? Yes, unfortunately, Jason had to reschedule. Something popped up. And yeah, Prahbdip is here. Christian, what's
up, man?
Christian,
what's up, guys?
Ed is here. What is going on? Prahbdip, my man.
Oh, what's up?
I haven't talked to you in like a week.
Yeah, I think I have my phone just on. Yeah, man. I think the last time we talked was for that one thing, but yeah, it's crazy busy so far.
Yeah. Tell us what's going on, man.
Just like we're sort of like building systems on the fly, scaling up really fast. We're like at like 111 agents now, so
Dang.
like yeah, it's like a lot of agents are coming on, just trying to fulfill everyone, right? But yeah,
That's awesome. I love your offer too, right? Like your tell people what you offer. Like you actually,
they can find out. It says
really
generateagentsleads.com. I would be looking at his Facebook page and his website right now so that you can see what he's doing.
I got my t-shirt as well.
Check it
Matt,
out.
blur that shit out. We're not here to promote other people's businesses.
Well, I'm just telling him to funnel hack. My bad.
I'm just kidding.
No, I only say that because I see your ads all the time.
Yeah, we're spending like almost $1,500 a day on ads. So
Nice.
yeah, like a lot of ads are running.
Yeah.
Wild. And are you doing that all yourself?
No, Jazz is the ads guy. So
Okay.
he's the guy that's running all the ads in the background. And yeah, I don't really touch the ads.
You do the sales?
And you know, Matt, I mean, Prahbdip's a Canadian, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Didn't know
Canadian
that.
killing it with, another Canadian doing a lot of work for real estate agents inside of the U.S.
There we go.
We're taking over.
100%. Yeah.
But listen, I really love your offer, and I love what you actually have done with real estate agents, because you've kind of completely turned things, like you're not doing the whole standardized retainer type base model. You kind of went a completely different direction, right?
Yeah.
Well,
completely different. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what that is.
So like a lot of us has of course been like in like coaching consulting programs, like They're typically like a year long. They're usually a guarantee. So we decided like, you know, like if what we had is like initially we had agents, we bring them in for a year, and at the time we weren't guaranteeing a closing, right? And like right now after 12 months, like I've almost seen for like all the agents, like they close deals in like past month 6. If they're doing everything, they'll close deals, right? So
Yeah.
what we see is like after 12 months, let's say they don't close a deal. What we do is like, of course, we're gonna help them out a lot, and we'll work with them even past a year if they need to, right? Like we got like account managers that will follow up with them and make sure they're on the right track. But let's just say if they close a deal, then they keep on working with us. They keep on closing more and more deals, right? They keep on building their database. But if they don't close a deal in the 1 year, then basically they got to move on for the next year. And if there's a couple agents that, you know, like there's some markets, like we work in a lot of markets now, but some market, let's just say there's one market that's just like, we can never get results now. Or like, it is not worth it for us. Then we'll go ahead and give a refund. But I think for like out of 100 agents so far, like, I don't think we ever refund anyone so far. And I think for us, it's more of a coaching and consulting sort of thing where like we do the lead generation, of course. We also teach agents if they want to learn them in a course area. But the real focus is on like conversion. Like if a lead comes in, like how do we respond back to them? Like a lot of agents, well, their follow-up is where the thing goes wrong. So they'll send like paragraphs, like they'll get lazy and they'll send like copy paste paragraphs. We'll send like weekly reminders to them, like, hey, you got to do this instead. You got to do this instead. We have weekly coaching calls. So that's how our program works. So we do agency work, but we just do a little bit more. And then we do it with a good guarantee, and we work with them for 12 months. We find that like in our space, like 3 to 4 months with the average retention, right? Even if we were getting some good results, on average 3 to 4, sometimes 6. So we're like, why not just charge upfront, make the offer that much more attractive? And, you know, the agents that are doing well, then we have like other programs in the back end because it makes sense for them. Like there's a guy I talked to yesterday. He's closed like 5 deals, made like 50K commissions in like 4 months. So he's done well. And I'm like, well, you're spending like $10 a day, spend $30 a day instead, $40. And let's get like a VA to qualify all the leads, right? So the VA will start qualifying all the leads and then they will start shipping them back. So that's something that we do. Like this is something we learned, like have a back end offer. And that's what we added in. So the VA program is like the back end. It's like the next level to start scaling up. That's how our program is. Yeah.
So you're basically charging up front, like essentially the entire 12 months.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically one fee for 12 months.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. At least you know they're going to stick around for 12 months, or at least they've paid for 12 months, right?
Yeah. Like sometimes people just ghost, and like, I mean, we never hear from them again. And like, that's fine too. Like, it's not really like we have, of course, rules. Like they got to be running ads to really qualify for the guarantee. Otherwise, anyone can come in but that's just like how for us, like we find out that works better because our sales team is commission only. And we find that like to attract more reps, having a little bit of a higher ticket price point, like 5, 6, 7K, like typically we charge like 5 to 8K now USD. So like as Canadians, we get the luck because it converts, right? But with the commission team, it just works so well for us. So that's why we sort of did do that upfront model.
So it's 5 to 8K for a 1-year contract, basically, and they pay upfront.
Upfront, or maybe some of them would pay in 2 to 3 installments.
Okay, so you do offer financing of sorts.
Yeah, of sorts. Yeah, it depends on like their needs. Yeah, but nothing more than 3 installments. But it's just like it's usually just like 5 to 8K for the year.
And so with that, are you doing a done for you or a done with you?
So you could call it a done with you, but for the ad side, it's done for you.
Okay.
Right? But a lot of the stuff, like we do like a lot of organic stuff. Like there's some good marketplace campaigns. We teach them how to do content. That's sort of done with you. So it's a mixture of both. We found that like we at one point we were just doing do-it-yourself ads. Like you guys can learn from us. And I find that it wasn't as the sales, like we weren't able to sell as high as we wanted to. So then we transitioned to sort of a done with you, like a done for you model where we would run all the ads. And that way we could, as a company, charge more for the sales team as well. And I think it was better for the agent as well, just because like, even though running Facebook ads can be quite easy for some agents, we found that, you know, just by running it on our end, it sort of eliminates that stress for them. So you just focus on conversion.
Well, I think the other thing too that's kind of cool is that you've eliminated the stress of them having to pay for something every single month.
Yeah.
So as opposed to stressing for that, they can start focusing on whatever they're doing, right? Which is something that I've noticed, that when they're not paying every single month, they don't have to stress about that. And so, of course, they don't have retention issues or anything like that. They can focus on converting their leads and all that kind of stuff. It's cool, man. Congratulations on your success, Prab. Did you come on the show to gloat and about your business, or did you come on to ask?
Yeah, so we forgot to tell you, all the guests who come on are required to give something amazing away, something to the audience that they're really going to enjoy, something that's going to make them at minimum, $10,000 a month. Something. No, I'm just kidding. I was just going to keep going, but then I was like, I could go for too long. So. No, but that's awesome, man. So with that, I mean, you're doing kind of a done for you, but done with you as well. So you're not using ISAs on that front end program, then it sounds like.
No, like if an agent is really like, if they want to like get ISAs, like we can of course connect them out to like third party ISA teams.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, like we really get them to dial in their own follow-ups, right? And then once they can sort of like say that, because I find that when the agent is like knows about how to sell themselves in terms of conversion, it works so much better, because then a lot of them will give it to buyer's agents. They'll even hire like assistants that will just learn from the agent. Then there also is some agents on the program that use ISAs, like some will use like Gustavo. I think there's some that use I can't remember Austin, but Jazz is like the guy that really diverts them that side. But what I find is like most of the agents in our program will just like do like their manual follow-up. So it'll be like typically like it would go high level. Some will be more call intensive, where they call up leads. It really depends on the agent and what works for them. That's what I tell them. And I mean, some agents, like leads come in, they say yes or no, they call them right away. Some are more text oriented and they transition to a phone call. So for me, like I just find that every agent has their strengths and weaknesses. That's how our follow-up procedure works. In terms of what I've seen is like Facebook ads. Everyone coming in, they don't know them, they don't like them, they don't trust the agent yet. So I find that like it does help to get everyone pre-qualified, but there still is a lot of work that goes in, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a misconception that like agents start thinking pre-qualified equals closings the next month, but everyone still has time frames, right? And that's what, like, I just think that for me personally, the agent following up has converted higher.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough for an ISA to compete with an agent who does actually follow up. I rarely see it happen where there's an actual like measurable competition. Usually the agent is just far and above the better way to go. But at a certain point, they run out of time, right? There's only so much they can do. And that's where ISAs have a tremendous value. But if you're working with a lot of people that are trying to get to that 30, 40, 50, 60 deals a year number, they still have time. It's usually a little bit after, somewhere, depending on their markets, somewhere between like 36 deals and like 48, 50 deals, somewhere in that range seems to be where agents run out of time.
Where Prab lives, agent only needs 2 deals. They're like living like millionaires.
True. Yeah. The minimum.
What's your average home in your area? What's 6.5 million?
Yeah, greater Vancouver, I'd say like million like is
crazy. That market's wild.
Yeah, it's really high price. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. Should have bought there 25 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, what's really cool is one of the things that you guys have started doing is actually investing in real estate now, right?
Yeah.
You're making some money and you're turning that into investment properties, which is really cool.
Yeah, we're actually looking in Saskatchewan, like some stuff to invest as well.
Right.
Well, let me know when you're ready for Detroit. It's not for beginner invest. No, I'm just kidding. Entry level prices. Come on over. No, I'm just kidding.
All we have to do is sell a course. We can buy 4 houses.
Yeah.
Right. I saw a documentary not long ago, and some guy's buying homes for $500 in Detroit.
Oh, man, there's
crazy. Basically, like,
sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Yeah.
Hang on. I'm trying to get, all right. So Kat has a question for Prab.
Actually, Keith had the first question.
Wait, Keith?
Yeah. Keith says, is this Jason? Keith. this look like Jason?
It's not Jason. It's not Jason.
No.
Uh,
Name's
so
right
Kat-
there. Name's right there. Prob.
Kat did say, though, what would you say has been some of the most valuable additions, or what would you say have been the most valuable additions or innovations to your service that you've built over the recent years? Kat's thinking about partnering with a top producer coach, basically for her services, and curious what's worked for you.
Yeah, I think personally, for me, connecting with case studies and seeing what worked for them and implementing that same like coaching into into a course area. Like I have interviews of clients, like they're like 30 minutes long. That really was a game changer for us. Like where agents would just go in and like they would review like an agent that came into a program, how long it took them to get results, how long was the learning curve, give them a lot of expectations as well. And then also the coaching, like the weekly coaching calls. We'll go through agent CRMs. Other agents will learn from another agent. I think that's probably the biggest by far implement. Yeah.
They're learning from other agents. So I'm guessing with that, you're doing group coaching.
Group coaching. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing a group coaching program. You got 111 agents. Are you running multiple rounds of group coaching, or are you running one group coaching because 40% show up and that's it?
Yeah. So we have 2 calls a week. Sometimes we'll have like 25 agents. Sometimes we'll have like 5. It really depends, but it's really rare that 111 agents are going to show up. Like maybe that's just how real estate, everyone's so busy, but.
Well, yeah, we're in a group of 13,300 people and I don't know how many 18. So that's how it works.
Yeah. But I think that's probably the biggest thing for us so far. That's the group coaching aspect.
Nice. So that's kind of helped. Has it helped with retention, or it's helped with, results and conversion, or what's the biggest result you've seen come out of that?
So yeah, from an agency standpoint, like if we were to talk about like people's payment plans, like retention, people's pay, once we started adding in more coaching calls, the payment plans like started coming in. Like a lot of people would pay up. I think we're like 95% of people would pay up on all the installments. So that came from agency standpoint. In terms of conversion agent side, we got less support emails coming in. Client success started shooting up. Just belief in the system started shooting up. So I think it's like, even if like you guys are not doing how we charge, I think everyone should be doing group coaching. I think it's really powerful.
Love it. I love it. All right, Prahb, it's been great. Before you go though, one tip that can help someone, or let's say, what was the one tip that tipped your ship? There we go. The one tip that tipped your ship. Basically, what was one thing that really pushed you over the edge and helped you get to the next level?
I'd say reworking your offer and then getting more eyeballs in front of it, either like through paid ads. I think that's the number one thing. Like if you have one killer offer, there's ways of positioning your offer that can set you apart from other people. But if you got like one kick-ass offer, you get more eyeballs in front of it, you'll know within like the next day if you're going to be profitable or not. So that just might, I know for us, like we launch ads with a good offer, we'll have a book calendar by like the evening or even next day. So that's just a difference I think offers the number one thing.
Love it, man. I love it. Well, we'll have to have you on again sometime soon. Shane, any last questions?
No, man. It's good to see you again. And congratulations to all your success. And
guys,
I locked up again.
Join the academy, whoever's watching right now. I mean, me and my partner Jazz, we joined like, I don't know how long it was ago, but like that's where everything started. So I would highly recommend getting to the academy. Super great program. It's great guys. But yeah, like today I just came on Whiskey Thursday. I got a message I thought it was to everyone, and I just said, yeah, sure, I'm down to join on. And I'm like, I just finished up a call with a client of mine. So that's all. I'm already in front of a computer, might as well.
I love it, man. Well, thanks for jumping on. We really appreciate it.
And your PayPal check's in the mail. Thanks for the kind words for the academy, Prahb.
All right,
good to have you on. Nice to see you, buddy. Take care, man.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Let's see. So Gus says there's no comparison. Agent has local knowledge, experience, can make personal connection. Consistency is the issue. Well spoken, Gus. I mean, for Gus to say that, clearly he understands, right? Gus runs Power ISA, so obviously he's aware of the benefits of of ISAs, but also the points where agents can really excel in ways that ISAs can't. But again, it comes down to that consistency and that amount of time that you're able to put into it.
Well, and I think it's kind of tough too, right? Like it's some agents just don't know how to follow up with their leads. Some agents just don't have the right systems in place. Some agents don't have the right scripts. Some agents don't even know they need scripts. Some agents refuse to follow scripts. So, you know what?
By the way, you guys, #thank you Prahb for jumping on. We do really appreciate him jumping on. So make sure you guys put something in the comments. Let him know. Anyways, sorry. I just was thinking about that. It's like when you bring somebody up on stage, you have to be like, oh, give them a round of applause. It's just common courtesy.
Sounds good. No problem.
Oh, go figure. The Canadians got nothing against common courtesy. But anyways, I don't know. Where were we?
No idea, but I think there's another question that popped up here in the chat.
Let's do it.
Go nuts. Read it out.
Wait, is it
I don't.
Kat?
Yeah, I think it was from Kat.
Okay, perfect. Aaron says new setup there, man. Yeah, it is. Kat says, my bad. My question isn't for Prahb, but for the two of you and your agencies in terms of what you've done with innovating. His success has informed my question. He's a game changer and we've spoken. Okay, fantastic. So let's go back to the original question, which was most valuable additions or innovations to your service you've built over the recent years. The biggest value I think that I could offer anybody who's running an agency right now is to say that innovating is great, but master the basics. Master the basics before you try to innovate, because I think a lot of people try to innovate way too early. And, there's a reason that Zillow still sells leads. Yes, now they're a brokerage and now, there's all these other things going on, but they still sell leads, right? You have to get leads. You have to follow up with them. Nail that down. Nail the scripts, nail the conversion, nail the system. And I think anything you add on top of that's going to be great. I really think it's still the basics.
Yeah,
and stuff that worked in the 90s.
Yeah, like I don't think over the past 4 years I've innovated a whole lot on it's always been the same thing. It's just like generate leads and follow up like that. And it's, you've got a good chunk of clients that end up doing a really, really good job with it. I think, you kind of add in different things, obviously now I've gone heavy on the text messaging side and automations there. We've obviously changed up the offers on the ad side, over the years a little bit. We've tweaked those. We're constantly testing between lead forms and long forms and things like that. Aside from that though, like we're not doing, a whole lot of crazy different stuff, right? I mean, there's only so much you can do. And I think it's kind of, you got to basically just follow what people are doing that are having success with, right? I mean, right now we're seeing a ton of success with new construction. Maybe that's just because there's a lot of demand for it. We're seeing, success with events. COVID's given us an opportunity here that allows us to do more Zoom events. So I think, in terms of, it's not like we're doing massive innovations here. We're just kind of switching things up as we move along and adjust for whatever the market, will accept. Right. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's, in terms of offers, I know that, more recently, this is only because of the experience, over the years and the ability to, build up proper relationships with clients and stuff like that. I think one of the things that I've changed in terms of my offer, and only because I want to start making more money. At the end of the day, we're all just want to make more money, but, I'm moving more into partnerships now, and leveraging, a lot of the builders that I know and a lot of the real estate agents that I know to build up other relationships and partnerships with them so we can do comp splits and things like that and sell at a much higher level. But that's pretty much what else are you going to innovate on? I think the biggest innovation we've had over the past 3 months since I've started has been high level. To be honest, that's really one of the biggest innovations we've had is the ability for marketers to get a program that allows us to nurture leads,
Well, and that's a tool, right? So, it's a new innovation for the market where we're at, but you know, like you said, like it's still, we haven't changed a lot of what we're doing, right? The tool is great and it's innovated a lot for what we're able to do, but it just helps us do what we're already doing better, right?
Yeah, and I think Prob made a good point, which was like, work on your offer,
Mhm.
change things up a little bit. See if a different offer and offering something a little bit different will convert better for you. Prob's offer right now is it's working. Doesn't mean it's going to convert in a year from now. You might have to change that up again, right? So constantly working on your offer is a really important part of your business, right? And developing multiple offers as
Yeah.
well, right? So that
Well, I mean, yeah, it goes back to the basics, right? Create an offer, put it in front of as many people as you can, then adjust your offer, put it back in front of as many people as you can. It's basically like we are creating the offer, we're running traffic, we're looking at our results, we're adjusting the offer, we're running traffic. Again, this stuff, a lot of what we're talking about is the same stuff that's been going on for years and years and years and years, far before we were in the marketing space. It's just
it's really funny because the ads we run now is the same ads we would run. I know some of the ads that were run, like you just, if you're able to go back and look at like newspaper ads from 15 years ago, it'd be the same thing.
the same
right?
thing. Mailers 15 years ago, same thing. Yeah. It's there's only so much you can do in this space.
Yeah.
Where you can separate yourself is in your systems and your follow-up. Of course, if you get a crazy, awesome offer, but everybody's seen the whole guaranteed sold in 30 days or your money, or we'll buy it or whatever. And
the shit works though, man.
Yeah, but there's only so many people doing it.
Exactly, but it works, man. It somebody. I was just talking to somebody actually recently about seller
guarantee.
Well, no, I was just asking him, so we were talking about, adjusting his offers, right? This is a client that I've been working with, and
we got people that want on, by the way. So
they can wait.
I'm just letting you know.
That's fine. Can they not wait? Who wants on? Hang on a second.
Want to know who it is?
Who's it? Is it Gus? There, I see him.
Gus is one of them.
Who's the other one?
Hang on. Where'd it go?
Somebody we don't know, or somebody we know?
Question.
But hey, listen, if nobody wants to,
Gus and Yash.
Oh, Yash. Okay. Yeah. Well, whatever. We can bring him on if nobody wants to, hear what I have to say about, creating offers for real estate.
I don't know, guys. What do you?
I can wait. I can wait. I don't have to share.
I'm just saying, some stuff can be saved for the private group.
All right. We'll save it.
I'm kidding.
That's okay.
We did run over offers actually in the private group coaching this week. We went over a bunch of that. It's kind of funny.
We went over agency offers. We didn't talk really a whole lot about
that's true.
Real estate offers, right? And let me just touch on this a little bit, because then we can bring some of these people. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at all these people that want to hear.
Even Gus, we were talking about bringing him on. He's like, wait, now I want to hear Shane's story.
No, everybody wants to hear, right? Look at this, right? Everybody wants to hear Shane. So it's all good. But no, and I'm sure Gus, Alec, Frank, all you guys, all your marketers out there, people that have been doing this for a long time, right? So I'm talking to this agent, and we're running listing campaigns, we're running homes lists, we're running what else? There's another campaign that we're running right now, and we're generating a shit ton of leads, right? And it's the same old story. It's like, we're getting a lot of leads, we're closing some deals, but it's a lot of freaking work, because a lot of these leads are, I'm like, okay, well, let's put an offer together. Right? And we said, what do you mean? Let's put an offer together. And guys, if you're a marketer, or if you're an agent, put an offer, put an incentive program together. It doesn't matter what it is, right? If you can work within that incentive program, put something together. So, we sat down, we talked about putting basically a preferred buyer program together. Guess what? Nobody else has it. There's nobody else running a preferred buyer program, right? And that basically is just, he's going to throw in a few little things. Like, his market is like, every time he sells a house with a buyer, he makes $15,000 to $20,000 in this, in the market that he's in, right? So it's like, why not put together, just attract people and give back $1,500 or $2,000, right? And that's part of your preferred buyer program, and nobody else runs it, and that just becomes your offer, right? On the seller side, the exact same thing. we'll buy your home within 30 days, or we'll buy your home within 15 days, whatever those programs work. You just got to put one together. And there are ways to put that together, partner up with somebody that's going to actually buy a home, if somebody actually wants to sell it. Anyways, that's it.
Have you guys really pushed that yet? Or is it something still in early stages, or
for what the preferred buyer program?
Yeah.
I just talked to the client today. What are you doing?
You're talking about it. Has it been tested, or it's still early stages?
I just talked to the client today about it. He was relax, man. We'll figure it out. But these have worked we've done this in new construction. We've done this with, in fact, we've had clients on the show that have buyer programs. We have one client that we've worked with, and he was like converting at 5 to 15% of his Facebook leads because of the buyer program that he had, essentially offering cashback programs for buyers, right? And they were converting like crazy, and they still do those, and they're it's unreal how high their conversion rates are on these buyer programs.
It's all about the offer.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex said. So you mean, you can actually use your imagination, right? Well, it's your client's imagination essentially. It's whatever they're willing to give up, right? And build an offer around that. We've been doing this for a long time. I mean, 3 years ago, when I was working in new construction, we were basically building out these what do we call? We actually had a name for the program. It was like I don't know, like a new buyer incentive program or something like that, or new home incentive program is what it was. Mm-hmm. We were giving away like $5,000 cash back. It was a $5,000 cash back shopping spree if you bought that home, that specific builder home, right? That's what we used to put together. In addition to that, the builder threw in, and I have the campaign inside the academy because it was one of the best campaigns we had ever run. The client booked 29 appointments on a Sunday from that one campaign. 29 appointments from that one campaign. I think it was like mid Saturday all the way through Sunday. They booked a crap load of appointments. So, and that was we built a program. It was a $5,000 shopping spree. And then the builder threw in a new pool on top of it.
A new pool?
A new pool was a $24,000 upgrade. So basically you could buy, like you get a new pool or like a cheap ass, like
pools, man.
Yeah.
Pools. It's monthly
man.
bills.
Florida.
I would have been throw in a $24,000 racing simulator and we got a deal.
Yeah, it was Florida, right? So
still, Florida people, they like racing too. So it's all good. It's all good. Next time, just bring it up. I'm just saying.
Did you say we were going to throw in a go-kart? Is that what you said?
I said a racing simulator. Get them to throw in a $24,000 racing simulator. I want motion. I want everything.
No. But remember, you have to cater to the wife. No wife wants it like that. You have to. That's who makes the decision typically.
Yeah, but
when you walked into your brand new home, who made the decision to buy your home? Come on, be honest. Did you? If you think about it, think really hard, Matt.
That's a good.
And remember, there's a
replay.
replay.
Made the decision.
Who made the final decision?
Hey, babe. Let's find out.
But you have to cater to the women, right? Like you have to cater to the wife. And a racing simulator, that's not gonna.
I'm just saying, by the time you've decided on the house, like a pool making or breaking, I don't know. I'm just saying. It was a pool or equivalent.
Come on, it was a pool or equivalent upgrade.
Okay, so it could have been a racing simulator. We're on the same page. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna get Gus a link in the meantime.
Oh my God!
So we can get Gus on here. We're just gonna agree to agree and move forward.
Yeah, Gus says VIP buyer program, right? Like it could be anything. You can name it whatever you want, right? And the best part about this too, with the programs. With the programs that you put together, you can push them through surveys. You can't push somebody on a listing ad through a survey. It doesn't work as well, right? But you can push them through a buyer program. What's up,
hey.
Gus? I'm still talking. Sorry, Gus.
Hang on, how do I mute?
I love the banter. I love Shane versus Matt. The odd couple, Shane and Matt.
So let me ask you the question. What would you prefer, a pool or racing simulator?
I think my kids would prefer the pool, so we're gonna get a pool.
There you go. See? But at the end of the day, who makes the decision? If you were to go say, hey, to your wife, right? Like, listen, you know, we can buy this house. We either get a pool, racing simulator. I really want the racing simulator. Who wins?
What, like for real? Oh, of course your wife wins, right? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, if we're being realistic, she does. She does. Thankfully, like I said, I've always been more attracted to having family members with pools. So that works out well, so I don't have to have one.
There we go.
You're also in a really crappy place. No, but like in terms of weather, right? Like who the hell wants a pool in Detroit?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
how are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, man.
Gus.
What's going on? That's right, Gus is here. What's going on, Gus? How you doing, man?
Hey, we did it, people. The hashtag add Gus, won over. Thank you.
There we go.
You guys. You know who you are. You know who you are. The ones that didn't trend it, I know who you are as well. So,
so it wasn't trending in the group? What?
What's that?
It said it wasn't trending in the group? What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, trending in the chat. Like, hey, you gotta get that hashtag, bump it up. So thank you. Thank you, peeps. I appreciate it. Checks in the mail. Thank you.
Love it. Love it.
We were when we first started, we were gonna go and hijack your live inside of your own group. Like, we'll just stream Gus's. We'll just go ahead and stream Gus's live.
We'll use XSplit. We'll stream it everywhere.
I missed the beginning. What happened to you guys didn't have a guest today, or are we just lucky?
No, what's that? Oh no,
Host?
yeah. So yeah, we decided we didn't want him on the show. I'm just kidding.
He had something come up, so he had to cancel. So we're like, you know what? We're gonna do a special edition.
Special. I love it. I love I love being special. I love being special. I love it. And great topic too, right? You guys talking about offers and how to make agency offers versus agent offers.
Yeah.
Agent offers, Shane. That preferred buyer program, that's golden, man. That's like because we actually for Power ISA when you onboard a campaign with us, you have to give us some kind of value proposition. We're like, hey, we've seen this one work really, really well, like a VIP buyer program. What does it mean? Whatever you want it to mean. It doesn't really matter. It has to be valuable, it has to be awesome, be cool, be creative. Here's some ideas and just make one, right? Like make one. Make it valuable. And whether it's a rebate or some kind of special. We had an agent that, part of his VIP buyer program was he'd have bottled water for you during your tour, like your home tours, right? So, I mean, use the creativity, make it valuable, make it awesome, stand out, right? And get people's attention. So, I think that's a great idea. And it applies to everything, right? What are you doing to add value? What are you doing to add value and get people's attention? I think that's the general principle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, if you have a great offer for buyers, like, I ran one a while back. I think I gave this away in the academy. You'll have to remind me if I did or didn't, Shane. But the $10,000 cash back buyer program.
Nope, you did not give that away inside the academy.
All right. Maybe we'll have to put that on the list. But anyways, it was,
all these things that you forget to do.
Cash back buyer program, basically the agents that I was working with this program, they're like, these people want to work with me because not even because of me. They want to work with me because of the program, right? Like they're happy to answer the phone when I call because they want that money back and they're serious about buying a house, So that VIP, the different buyer programs, they can work really, really well.
Well, another thing that it does too is it gets these people, like these buyers, to question, right? Like to ask that question, like, what is this about? I want to find out about this. This is different than every other homes list I see, than every other listing campaign that I see. This is different. What is this? This guy's offering $10,000 cash back. This guy's offering, what is it? What did you say? A bong water? I don't even know what that is. Is that what you said? A bong water?
You don't know what that is?
No, I'm not sure what a bong water is. Anyways, you can educate me later.
Ask your kid.
What's that?
Ask one of your kids.
Which one?
The
older ones or the
one that's a little older? I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
I
figured that. Okay, now I know where we're going. But no, my point is that it gets the leads to ask that question, like, what is this about, right?
Yeah.
And then so I'm gonna fill out the form. I want to find out what this is about. I'm gonna get on the phone with the real estate agent, because it sounds like a really good offer. I want to find out how this works. Yep. Right. As opposed to a listing campaign, which is like, hey, learn more about this list. I know exactly what you're fucking doing. You're forcing me to fill out this goddamn form so you can get my phone number and call me 35 times a day. Right.
It's the truth.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
Right. Or what was my home value? Like fuck, I'm gonna give you my address.
Yeah, I will.
Just gonna come bang on my door.
I'll take a Zestimate before I put my info into your form. Sorry.
Right. Not to say that the forms don't work. It's just they may be a little bit harder to get a hold of. Right.
Yeah, when you
put together these special programs, it becomes a little easier to possibly convert these leads or actually get these leads on the phone and talk to them. So Gus, man, let's move on from the offer. What is going on?
Hey man, just doing well, finishing up here. My babysitter leaves in about 10 minutes, so I'm on the clock, but I wanted to come on the show. Thought it'd be kind of cool, say hi, support you guys. And I love Prahb, man. I saw Prahb. Is Prahb back on the show? Like, hey, how come he gets to go back on Whiskey Thursday? So I logged in. He's killing it, right? It's a great guy. Love to see him, what he's doing. So it's always fun to check in and see how folks are doing, and love you guys are mixing it up on Whiskey Thursday. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, and on the subject of offers, right? Like, so for people that don't know who you are, Gus is the CEO of Power ISA, who's a partner, a vendor inside of the REMCM group here that provides ISA services to marketers, real estate agents, and it's been a really, really great relationship. For the past 2 years. Gus is also part of the academy. So it's kind of cool because we've got a vendor that's part of the academy, understands all the ads and understands how to convert leads and things like that. So that's kind of cool too. But one of the things that you're constantly doing is working on your offer. I mean, right? I mean, it's not, and I think that we kind of tend to forget to do that as marketers, right? As agency owners, that we need to refine our offers. We need, you're seeing it, like you've got competition coming out with better offers, I'd say better offers, right? Like, who knows if they're better or not, but essentially attracting clients and allowing their sales teams to get on the phone with them. And so it's forced you to adjust your offers and to try to make them a little bit better and a little bit more compelling, so that people reach out to you, right? And I think we forget that as agency owners, that's what we have to do that. We constantly have to be working on our offers and providing more offers and trying one and then trying another one. And you've done a really good job with creating multiple offers for the academy, offers for the REMCM group, and offers for real estate agents, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Taking a refill, be right back.
It's about taking the pulse of the market, right? Taking the pulse of the market, being on calls with people, constantly, and kind of see where things are going, what's working, what's not working. If your offer's killing it, I would not be experimenting with different offers. If the first offer I ever made was, killing it and just selling out, and I never have enough people. You got to play around with it, and you got to try different things. And one of the ways that I educate myself on what marketers are doing is Whiskey Thursday, actually, right? This is an information source for me, right? Again, it's fun to see you guys. It's a cool thing. But, this last few people you've had on the show, you got a good run here, Shane. I mean, it's been a really good, last, 6-7 episodes. Todd Taylor, Ravi. I mean, it's been just boom, boom, boom. People doing different things, right? We're all in marketing. We're all doing something related to marketing, related to real estate, related to Facebook, whatever it is. But you're bringing in people that have a little bit of a different take on it, right? So how do you also adapt your offer? See what everyone else is doing, right? If you don't have the pulse of the market because you're not talking, my team takes on the low end maybe 3 to 4 sales calls a day, up to 10 to 12 sales calls per day, my team, right? So I feel we have a pretty good idea of what the market is doing, and we're able to test out things and try things very quickly. If you don't have that 5, 10 opportunities to talk to the market every day, well, then cheat and listen to Whiskey Thursdays the last month and see what's working in the marketplace. Because people share a lot of really great stuff in a forum like this, and find out what people are doing, find out what people are offering. If your offer is killing it, well, yeah, maybe you're not gonna be desperate to look around. But if you're struggling to find the clients, if you're struggling to get people to accept your offer, try a different offer. I had someone in my Facebook group ask this question yesterday. Hey, man, I'm getting the runaround. They're ghosting me. They're throwing me the objection that I'm only going to work if you're referral based. I'm not going to pay up front. A lot of these different objections. And I go, listen, man, there's 2 main things that could be wrong here, because this is like a really tough objection to overcome. I'll only work with you if you're referral based or nothing. That's not not something you're going to really overcome with an awesome objection handler necessarily, right? So you either have to qualify your leads better to talk to people that are interested and can afford your service, or number 2, you need to improve your offer, and you probably need to do both, right? So try the offer, try to do it better, and also qualify who you're talking. If you're going to talk to anyone that'll take your call, you're going to get leads like that. They have zero interest in talking to you, zero interest in investing in online marketing, where they have to actually put some money into it, right? So, but it is about trying different things and experimenting. And if you're not able to,
and I think it's something else that's really important. Again, something else that we miss the mark on as agency owners is we don't create multiple offers, right?
100%.
So in your
and all that.
Yeah, in your case, Gus, you've got offers across the spectrum, right? It's like you can essentially service every single type of person that's working in the real estate industry. You can service the agency owners. You can service the small agency owners, the big agency owners, real estate agents. You've got offers for real estate agents that are doing 5 deals a year to 100 deals a year, right? So, and I think that's really, really important. And it's something that I think more agency owners need to do, is create multiple offers so that you can service somebody that says, hey, listen, you know what? I can't afford $2,500 a month, because there's some people that just can't.
True.
Like, there really isn't, right? So create an offer that allows you to deliver on a $500 offer to get them into your ecosystem, right? And at the very least,
challenge. What's that? 7-day challenge. What is the 7-day challenge? It was $7 that led to a high-end program. Oh yeah. Oh, the one we ran a long time ago. A long time ago. Don't tell anybody. Shh. Real quick, before we keep going with this,
I had to run with that. I had to run with that because
I know I appreciated it. It's like back to the improv days, mirroring and matching. I appreciate it, Shane. No,
hey, well, cheers, huh?
There you go. Cheers.
Matt? Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, hey, you gotta.
Yeah, Gus, cheers.
Got my
Nice.
There you go.
water,
You got
so
your water. That's
what I got,
okay.
what I got.
You can lie.
I think I'm
You can
being
lie.
Oh man! But what I was gonna say,
I gotta run and go take care of some kids.
Sounds
But
good.
Thank you so much for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Gus,
jump
a
on.
pleasure to have you. Gus, pleasure to have you on.
Oh,
Listen,
Gus, you have to. We're not gonna send you your check unless you tell people why you joined the academy.
And do not forget to join the academy, folks. As an academy member, I can tell you, it's a good investment. Do it.
Well,
Do
listen,
it today.
and for anybody that wants to find out where you are at, if so, Gus, again, CEO of Power ISA, provides lead follow-ups and ISA services to agency owners as well as real estate agents. And yeah, just Google Power ISA and you'll find them.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, one thing I wanted to add. You said that we work with a different spectrum of agencies, right? There's agencies, that, again, I'm not at liberty to say like who, but there's agencies in the group that have 2 or 3 ISAs working from us, right? So that is the higher end, the big, you know, you have a lot of.
That's what you strive for. That's what you strive
I mean,
for.
I love it because it's a great client. They know what they're doing. They have massive success because they got really their systems dialed in.
If they have what's the number? If they have 4 clients, does it make sense at that point to move to like one of these ISAs that we're talking about?
Oh, dedicated? Oh, no. It's really have to bump it up, right? A single ISA, full-time ISA, 500 to 1,000 a month. One single, like inbound, like, you know, in new leads, inbound leads per month, right? So you really have to, you know, it's probably one ISA for 10 to 15 clients in that range,
Okay.
right? Depending on the volume, right?
Okay.
Clients is not a good metric. Leads, 500 to 1,000 leads, one person, depending on your follow-up plan.
Fair enough.
If you need 2 or 3, you're generating thousands of leads a month, right? That's where it makes sense. 100%. So anyways, I'm gonna talk to some of these guys. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to go live with me in the group next week. If one of you guys wants to join, you're welcome to do it. Let's set it up. And let's see, hey, what does that look like, right? As an agency owner, having an ISA team, like an outsourced ISA team, working with you. So yeah, I'll
get Brett on that.
About that. Let's do it.
Gotta get Brett on that one, man.
yeah, Brett too, man. Hey, yeah. He'd be a great guy to get on there as well.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Thanks, guys.
100%.
Awesome.
Hey, Gus. It was nice to have you on Whiskey Thursday.
It was so fun to have you on here.
Thank you very much, guys.
Take care, man.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Have a good night, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
So I have a question. If you guys are watching, let us know. Are you enjoying this? Is this the kind of thing you want to see more of? Do you want us to get more of our guests and have us shut up and just ask them questions? Or do you like kind of this like off the wall, like we're just going to, bring random people on that are going to talk about things and go from there? Like, let us know. Anyways, we did have one more person that wanted to get on because I know we said we were going to do a 60-minute episode tonight. We're way
too late, man. We're way past that.
Yeah, we're way past it. But let me see if this guy still
Yash?
Actually, yeah. Can you message him?
I don't know.
Let's see. We're not friends yet. Yash, what's going on, man?
Yash, if you're still watching, let us know.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Did we get any questions? I feel like I saw like
there's definitely been questions.
Tons of stuff coming through. Giovanni says, came in late. Did I miss the elite t-shirt explanation? I was wondering if somebody was actually going to notice that. You know what? My pro t-shirt. So for those of you that don't know, I ended up having a little baby 2 weeks ago. Exactly 2 weeks actually. It was Whiskey Thursday actually. When it was a Thursday, right? So we
because I did the episode without you.
Yeah, you had an episode. Unfortunately, I couldn't join the episode with
it was a terrible,
which I'm very sad about, and I feel very, very bad about because Bao was part of my original beta program. I really wanted to get on that episode, and I couldn't make it happen. I was exhausted and whatever. But yeah, so I ended up having a baby boy today. I was wearing my pro t-shirt, and yeah, he puked all over it. So it's like in the wash right now. So this was the only, and I'm kind of trying to cover it, with my microphone. It's working, right?
The answer, I don't think.
It's working. Well,
yeah, accept my friend request and message, and then I can.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know if we need to talk about it right now, but I mean, people can guess. We're looking at next level, right?
It's the next level. It's
next
the next
level.
level. It's in the works.
So and before we went, one of the things that's really important, guys, before you do a next level, you got to print t-shirts, see if they look good. That's exactly my thought process for this one. It's like, okay, before we name it something, let's print off a t-shirt, make sure it looks good.
Love it.
And it
does.
I gotta send. I actually this week I was supposed to send you and other people some t-shirts.
Yeah, so. I thought you were gonna slip there. All right, I'm sending Yash a link. Is it Yash or Yash? We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out. All right. So Kat says she likes the pace of both. Very often these feel like crazy value master classes, and this definitely feels more appropriate for the name Whiskey Thursday. Well, I like it. We want it to feel more appropriate to the name Whiskey Thursday.
Well, we're
kind of going back to our roots this week.
You know what's really interesting, right? Because I like you and I, Franklin as well. We've been through a lot of the episodes from Whiskey Thursday. We've been trying to fix up our YouTube channel, trying to get a lot of our episodes uploading. And guys, if you're not, if you haven't checked out some of our earlier episodes, we were just looking because tonight we were. Oh well, here's Yash here.
Yash, what's going on?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yash, man, what's up?
By the way, thanks for letting me in the on the Zoom call. I hit 20K in my agency this month.
What?
Yeah, it's been less than 5 months.
Holy
awesome.
cow!
So
Yeah,
share. You got to share. You got to share the success.
Tell
What are
us.
you doing? What's going on? So tell us a little bit. Give us some background. What you've been doing.
Yeah, what do your ads look like, and what website are you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So I got laid off in Feb 2020, Feb 16th.
All right.
I used to work at a software startup.
Okay, Yash, I can already tell this is going to be a good story. You've got to give us very bullet points because I'm thinking we're going to talk after this about a Whiskey Thursday episode. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
don't ruin the episode before it happens.
I'll give you a quick overview. So
Sounds good.
So I used to work at a startup company, Fortune 500, actually Fortune 100, and then I used to do sales for them, and they like fired me / laid off. Basically, the day I was gonna resign, they fired me. So,
Okay.
so I kind of was like, all right, fine. And then I was on my own. And then for a month, I was like reaching out to restaurants, like right before COVID happened. And I was like, oh, no restaurants are reaching out to me. So I guess this is not working. So randomly, I found like I was like in the group. I joined like some other real estate program. Didn't work out for me. I found John Evo, and he told me like about your program. So I just jumped in, like didn't even think twice. At like 10 o'clock at night, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go crush it. And then like it took me a while to get like clients and stuff. But like I started using cold emailing, and I put together a crazy offer that like worked really well.
Yeah.
Which is what made a big difference, because I know a lot of people are like pitching 2,500, 2,000, 1,500, whatever that looks like. I changed that a bit, and like I was getting like good momentum with that offer, so I just stuck with it and just like blew up. And now
It's amazing how critical your offer is.
Yeah.
Especially when you start doing things like cold email, and you start doing ads, and you start doing like all these because you're attracting cold leads, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
Your offer really needs to be dialed in at that point. It's not the same thing if you're doing referrals. It's not the same thing if you're doing organic outreach and nurturing and stuff like that, right? You really need to nail down that offer. And that's really, really critical. And that it sounds like that's exactly what you ended up doing, is you put together a really crazy offer so let me ask you, without getting too much into it, because, again, like Matt said, maybe this deserves a whole episode on talking about your sort of success. But the offer that you built, is it that you built it in a way that it's crazy to attract customers, or it's crazy to get them to actually convert, or both?
What do you mean by it's crazy to convert?
Well, like, let me give you an example. I work with another company. We've got a crazy offer that everybody is like, yeah, that's awesome. Sign me up. Like, get me on the call. Like, sign me up on the call, right? And once we got on the call, then it goes from like, hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, right? Like it's essentially, the idea is that we put together an offer that allows us to convert to a phone appointment, right? And on that phone appointment, the sales team's actually, good enough to actually upgrade that client into $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 product.
Got it. So I don't do that. It's like my front end offer is the offer that converts like a no-brainer. And I do 6-month agreements to a 1-year agreement with most of my clients.
Holy.
So I lock them in an agreement with an upfront payment, and I just be like, hey, this is what it's going to cost you. It's an upfront payment. It's going to take you 6 months to see the results. And if you don't close the deal, I'll give your money back, basically.
Okay, how many of you guys want to see Yash on a Whiskey Thursday episode? Let us know right now in the comments below. How many of you guys, I don't know, what do we hashtag, Shane? Bring him on? No, that's like a movie or something.
Hashtag Yash.
Hashtag money.
Yeah.
Hashtag money.
Hashtag money. There we go.
Hashtag whatever you want.
Everybody wants
Hashtag in
money.
some words.
Whatever's the easiest. Hashtag one. It's like, well, Yash, listen, thank you so much, man. I love, it's interesting because I saw a post from Johnny Vo today. I like Johnny. Johnny's a cool guy,
Yeah.
He started with us back in January. He's done really, really well. I really like his sort of attitude towards, the way he's growing his business and just his life in general. Where was I going with this? Hang on a second. I had a point to that. I can't remember now, but it's just great that you've gotten some success from the academy.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. My wife lost hope in me. She was like about to leave me, but I put it together. I was like, I gotta crush it, and she's still with me. So.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so now I remember what I was going to say. So I saw a post from Johnny Vo today, and if he's watching, I hope he sees this. But basically, his post was about the impact that you make on people, right? So he did a little video on the impact you make on people, and part of it is what keeps you going as sort of a coach or a course creator or whatever it is. And it's one of the things with the academy that's really kept us going is just the impact that we've been able to make on people, which is awesome because we've seen people go from, I just recently talked to somebody that built an entire call center. They started with us with nothing and they built an entire call center after a year, which is phenomenal. And I don't want to take all the credit. Like we don't want to take all the credit for that, but I feel like, okay, maybe we gave them a little boost. Right, which is really
the idea that we had a role.
Yeah, a small one, right? Just a very, very small one, right? And now tonight we find out we just saved Yasha's marriage.
You did. That's a crazy offer. You can put that out if you want.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, all right, and everybody who's
that was a bad joke.
Everybody commenting money, young Yash money. Everybody who's commenting all this stuff. I just sent him a link. So Yash, I sent you a link. Let's get your Whiskey Thursday booked. I'm hoping it's going to be soon.
Where are you from, Yash?
I'm in Boston.
You're in Boston, cool.
Yeah. I'm on the East Coast time. My wife's watching TV, fortunately.
It's all good, man. I listen. Congratulations on your success. We're so pleased that, and this is really what keeps us going. This is what keeps us going, keeps us delivering, keeps us adding more content. And really wants us to make sure that people are getting what they can out of this, when we first started when I first started in the marketing agents, marketing world, I essentially had lost everything, right? I was being sued by one of my best friends, and I was going through a really rough time. My wife was pregnant. We had 3 mortgages. It was rough, right? So I get it. I invested in a course, and fortunately I did, because that's how I met Dan. That's how I invested in Dan's course. That's how I met Matt. That's how I met a lot of the other people that are part of the academy. I feel that it's, we can't give you everything, but it's what you do with the stuff that we give you at the end of the day, right? And it's really, really awesome to see, man. Congrats on your success.
But I appreciate it. I'm so happy that I joined the group. I've taken risks sometimes that I've never really thought about. Put everything on the credit card. Didn't know how to pay it. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna put it on. We'll see.
Dude, we're doing that right now. We were just having a conversation today. Matt's like, okay, well, we're gonna be spending a whole lot of money this month. We'll do that.
I know. It's crazy. But dude, yeah. Like Shane said, it's just awesome to hear that stuff. I can't wait to hear the full story. So, like I said, I sent you the link. It was awesome having you on for this quick blip to find that out. Shane, we might need to add a little, Q&A call at the end of the month or somewhere in each month to do this stuff, because last time we found Brian Lopuk, and now we found Yash and found out like where they're at in their businesses and the things that they're doing. And it's just so awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm pumped. I can't wait to have you on. I hope you book it really soon.
Yeah,
And, tell your wife to check it out when you do.
yeah, I will. She wants me to be in Forbes, so I'm going to reach out to Victoria first for that.
That's
Awesome. There you go.
That's
For sure.
too.
And she'll get you to Forbes, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever, man. She'll do a great job for you. And just make sure to use the links inside the academy.
I do. I always do that.
Yeah. Well, no, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because you get a special offer, right? You get a bunch of additional stuff as an academy member with Victoria's programs. So
Yeah, but raise your prices, guys. It's so like easy to get in.
Well, I think, you know what? We've talked so much about that. And it's funny you say that, because I think at the end of the day, like, this is a bonus for Shane and I both. Like, it's not our main business. It's still, you know, it's nice. But we really like having that entry level, like, pricing so that everybody can get in. Like, if you can't get into a program for $1,000, like, you've got other situations you need to work on, right? If you can, and you make that jump, like, you're going to see a ton of value out of this program. And even with, you know, like we said, the next level program we're going to work on, that will be more, and that will be bigger, and that will go further. But I mean, right now we love having something that has been able to
like this
so many
for a little while.
We love having something that's been able to impact so many people at such a great, you know, entry level price, really, for courses. So yeah. But we love hearing that it's worth so much more than people pay.
It is.
That I love hearing.
It's way more.
Yeah.
Like, you can charge $5,000 and be good.
Tomorrow we raise our prices. Get in tonight.
Get in tonight.
I love it.
Yash, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much. We'll get you back on Whiskey Thursday, and have enjoyed the rest of your night here. But congrats on your success. So happy that it's worked out for you. Really
Sounds good, guys. It's nice talking to you. I'll talk to you guys soon.
as well.
You as well. Take care, man.
Bye.
Bye. Man, that's so cool to hear. I know we said we were going to go 60 minutes and we're at like just under 90. So we're doing all right. We're not great on time, right? We always say we're going to start at 8-ish. So
we're the worst at time, buddy.
We're
the worst. Well, you know what? Since we're still here, I'm going to pour another drink. And what's next on the agenda, man?
Dude, I mean, next on the agenda, you know, we've got week 4 of Kickstart coaching, which is going to be really cool. I'm really excited about that, honestly. Week 4 is the one that I was like looking forward to, because we're going to dive into numbers. You know, we're going to dive into people's businesses and see like the reality, because I think there's a lot of people that kid themselves every day, right? Like, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, and I'm still not getting anywhere, or I'm barely making it, or whatever. But like, when you pull out the numbers, you see the reality, right? And I think that was something that was a huge awakening for me as a real estate agent, when I had a coach that was like, yeah, you're working a lot of hours. It's crazy. Show me your numbers of what you're doing every day. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, wow, you must work for like almost a half hour. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I think it's crazy. On like, you know, sometimes when I look back on my days, and we fill our days in with so many like useless little things.
Yeah.
That we really don't have to do, right? I mean, it's and it can be really time wasters if you do that, as opposed to just really focusing on what you need to do.
Yeah, and I would say that a lot of those things end up being things that satisfy our concerns that have never come to fruition.
Right.
You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many times because I've taken a lot of, I would say probably a majority of the coaching calls we've done throughout the program where we did one-on-ones. Like, I love doing the one-on-ones. So I've pretty much taken most of those. And I can't tell you like the number of coaching calls that people have questions and questions and questions and questions and questions and questions and questions about stuff that's never happened to them. Then probably never will. But it's like that mindset that like, Well, what if somebody says this? Well, what if somebody does that? Well, what if this happens? Well, what if? It just holds people back, you know? And so it's really cool to be able to dive into the numbers and be like, okay, well, what are you doing? All right. What are you, I mean, yeah, I understand you're concerned about all this stuff, but in the meantime, what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to learn more about this so that if this happens, well, stop doing that. You know, that's never happened to me. It's never happened to Shane. I've never seen the question in the academy. I've never seen the question in the big group. I don't think it's going to happen to you. And another weird thing that when stuff does randomly happen to people and you're like, somebody asked you that, it's so strange. I can't explain it. It belongs on X-Files, but basically when people have strange concerns, strange worries about somebody asking them a question, it's crazy how often that question will eventually come up. You know? Like you see it all the time in real estate agents too. Well, I'm worried about people asking me about commission. Nobody asked me about commission. I mean, it was super, super rare. I shouldn't say nobody, but super, super rare because in my presentation, I addressed it, right? I knew that this could be a question. So I'm going to address this, I'm going to address this, and it's going to solve that problem ahead of time. But when you have this thought in your head of something that might come up, it's weird. It's like there's a unspoken body language that happens that shows some sort of insecurity that people start wondering about. And like you cover everything else so well and you avoid this one topic and somehow it ends up coming up. Like you got to quit just worrying so much, focus on your daily activities and keep moving forward.
Makes sense.
Oh man. Anyway,
Yeah, that's awesome. Like it's so true. Sadly, I can't relate to that. That's right. It's one of those things I just cannot relate to. I go back through like my whole career, right? Because not that I've been doing digital marketing for that long, but I mean I've been working for myself for God, well over 25 years now, right? I just keep going back through some of these things.
look 49.
Oh my God, look at my hair too. This is COVID here, man. This is me going to a hairdresser that has no idea what the hell she's doing. Anyways, but it's kind of crazy because like I look back on some of the things that I've worked on where it's like I've had customers come to me and say, hey, can you do this? I'd be like, of course. And I'd be like, of course I can do this. Of course I can do that. How much does it pay? Cool. Yeah. What's the opportunity? Right. Oh, okay, cool. I can do that for sure. You know? And it's just then, but I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Right. And I'm learning as I go, which is exactly what I did this marketing stuff. It's exactly what I did. You know, I jumped online. I like, you know, people, it's like, I saw this post the other day on organic, like just basically like, hey, can I get customers if like I only have 1,000 friends? And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, holy shit. Like when I joined when I joined Dan Henry's program, I had zero, like literally zero friends, zero. Like not like, has anybody ever seen somebody with zero friends? Have you have you, Matt? Have you ever come across somebody with
zero
friends? Okay. Well, my friend number one did, that was me. Like that one person came across me. It's like, holy shit, this guy's got zero friends, right? I've seen other posts where it's like, well, maybe I'm too old, right? Well, I was 41. I was 41, zero friends on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here I am going out and doing like I'm essentially I'm telling people how to leverage social media to get more customers when I don't know how to get customers on social media. And literally spamming Facebook groups. That's what I was doing. That's how I was getting customers at the time. But, you know, again, I think you're right. Like a lot of people just worry about all these things that don't matter. Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about how many times you've had conversations with me because I'm like, well, what about this? What about this? Like when we were first getting started with the academy, when we were first getting started with agency stuff, you know, when I was working with my agency and getting that up and running in the beginning, like how many times you're like, dude, you've done more than like anybody I know in this space, in this industry. Like, why are you, you know, but it's like this constant, you have imposter syndrome and constantly worrying about things. Like there's so many different things that go on in your mind that can destroy your business before it ever has a chance to even be a business. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's just one of those things I just can't relate to. Unfortunately, I can't even speak to it. Right. I just don't understand it. I mean, I understand because I see it. But I unfortunately cannot relate to, Jesus Christ, like through my first client, I built an ISA team. Like what kind of stupid idiot goes out and gets a real estate client and then builds out a team of ISAs with 3 ISAs with 0 scripts? What idiot, right?
I don't know,
This guy.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, when you came to me and you're like, can you fix this? And I was like, what do you got so far? And you're like, well, this, and this, which was nothing. I was like, oh yeah, I can fix that. I mean, and by fix that, I mean, make it better. I mean, you couldn't make it any worse.
No, you made it great. No, it was pretty rough. It was very rough. But again, like it was just one of those things. Like yeah, you can't convert leads. I think you need ISAs.
Right?
I think that's what you need, Mr. Client, right? And it's like let's build that out, right? And anyways, it's just, and that's the way I've operated my entire, like I think it was like a month ago. I met somebody and they asked me for a business card, and I laughed. I haven't had a business card since 2005.
I found mine when I moved, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there they are!" Like, and I won't throw them out because I'm like, I'm gonna use.
Hey, if anybody wants a good laugh, go visit my website. If anybody wants a good laugh,
what's your website?
I'm not gonna tell you because it's embarrassing. But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. I haven't touched that website since 2000. I think it was 2007 or 2008 is when I touched the website.
All right. Somebody find it, post in the comments.
No,
anyway.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Do it. No, don't do it.
It's super embarrassing.
Oh man.
If you work for us, you're fired.
Right. You just know who's gonna go look that up and do it.
Yeah, I know exactly who's gonna do it.
I know, right?
You're part of the academy, you're banned.
Right. Oh man. Let's see. Kat says, I have obsessed over, or I've observed. Wow. Oh, it's going fast. I have observed.
It's funny because when you said obsessed, I saw obsessed.
I know, right? It's like one of those like little things that people repost on Facebook all the time, and it's like the letters are all messed up, but you can still read the thing. Yeah. Anyways, I have observed your business often weirdly projects and amplifies your flaws, in my opinion. If you're habitually tardy, you'll have a lot of no-shows, etc. But everyone's mileage varies. Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. It's
for sure
crazy. It's crazy how you attract similar qualities. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because and it's a really, really interesting point because if I look back on the types of clients that I've attracted people that are willing to take risk, that are willing to, like, they don't, they're not too concerned about, like, do you have the experience? What they're more concerned about is like, will you do the work? Will you deliver? Will you deliver on the promise? Right. And most of my early clients, that's the way they were. And I really got along with them, right? Because it was like, wow, we can, when you talk about innovation and stuff like that, like, I mean, there were ISAs back like 3.5 years ago, but it wasn't like what we're doing. Like, it's not like what's available now, right? Where you can get, like, as an agency owner, you can just go hire you can hire Gus, you can hire Lead Spring, you can hire, there's a bunch of them around now, right? But back then it's like, no, I had to build CRM systems. I had to build an ISA team. I had to build scripts. I had to build, like, but the client was willing to, like, innovate with me, right? And like just make their systems better, and which allowed us to make our systems better. But it's true, like, you really do attract similar clients that are kind of like you, right? That's a good point.
Exactly what I want to avoid. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but that's a good point because, if you're like for anybody that's familiar with, disc profiling, if you're really, like, all the clients I've worked with in, like, right now, and the ones that I worked with earlier on were all really high Ds.
Yeah, I'm
like DIs, right? DIs or high Is or whatever, right? And I work well with those types of people, right? And it's like, these are the clients that have paid me the most amount of money. The ones that have been the biggest pain in the asses have been the C's,
Oh yes, yes.
Like, what? You want me to create a
We're closing.
report?
We're closing 4 deals this month. You guys are doing awesome. Can you send me the full detailed report? What?
Yeah, it's like full. Exactly.
Yo,
What are you talking about? Full detailed report. Like, what? You want me to send you a Google sheet?
Yeah, you just told me you got 4 deals closing. I'm just gonna repeat that in an email. Will that work for you? You know.
It's wild. But what's really interesting and interesting from what Kat's saying is that like I'm a very high I, right? Like high ID. Right? It's kind of where
you're not opposite, but you're like I'm DI, you're ID.
You're D? DI? Please. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you're not more of a little bit of an SI? Oh, okay.
DI.
You're not that dominant though.
What's that?
Maybe more on the real estate side you might be.
Yeah, well, I'm very good at supporting situations.
We are going to have a conversation about.
No, it's true. Like I'm very good in a supporting. Like I can take lead when I need to. I can take support role when I need to. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, I mean, it's still a very similar profile. Whether you're a DI or an ID, it's still very similar, which is probably why we get along really well. You know, in a lot of cases, right?
Yeah, because if we disagree, we can sit there and talk for 45 minutes and be
exactly
with each other. We're good.
Right. And we can get totally distracted and start talking about something completely different. It's the funniest thing, right? And it's like, fuck. It's like our monthly reporting thing is like, oh fuck, we got to do that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, are we doing payouts this week? And then we got to do the form. It's like, shit, when's that going to be ready? It's like, I don't want to do it. You want to do it? It's like, nobody wants to do the forms, right? But so just kind of back to that, it's like, it's, you know, whenever I work or have a client that's like a really high C, I have a very, very hard time with that type of client. Very, very hard time. Yeah, but it's kind of interesting that, you know, if you can attract the people that are closer to your personality profile, you'll work a lot better with them. However, that said, I really think that season S's need, as agency owners and as business owners, you if you're a C, if you're very, very high C, you have no business being a business owner. Like this is the way I see it. Just everybody I've worked with that tried to be a business owner, it's just like, oh my God, you're the like very hard to work with you. No, but what you need to do is you need to try and figure out on how to like transform yourself to become a D or an I.
I mean, a C. It's funny you say that because a C, like in my experience, can I don't know what you want to call it, disguise, mask, transform, whatever. Can act, because there's the natural and there's the adaptive, right? Natural C's can be adaptive D's.
Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine, right? Mm-hmm. It's just we've talked to a lot of people that are very high C's or very like, you know, high S's, and they have a hard time just growing their businesses because they're caught up in all the systems and all the organization of everything. And it's like, no, just go out and get a fucking client. What are you doing? Just go out and get a client. Go talk to somebody. Go do this. Go do that. Right? Like, do the things that are important to build a business.
Then you got the S's that come to us and they're like, I took on this client for $500 a month, even though I told them it was going to be more. I agreed to a lower price. And now they want me to do this and this and this. And I kind of work for them and they want me to come into the office now. And you're like, wait a second, what just happened?
But you know, on the flip side of it, I you know, in certain circumstances, I really like my like I like C's, right? They keep you organized. They really do. Like my accountant's a very high C. It's like super high. Like it's crazy, right? It's like everything's got to be boom, 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 organized, right? It's like spreadsheet. It's like, oh my God, holy crap!
Well, and the other thing,
we saved a ton of money last year.
You know, you can really work well with people if you just speak their language. Don't focus on yours.
No, exactly. Right.
Focus on theirs.
Yeah.
You know, If somebody's an S, be the D. If somebody's a D, be the S. Like, do what you got to do. If somebody's a C, you know, match with.
There's a really good YouTube video on adapting, and that's what you should be doing as a business owner. You need to be adapting to your customer, right? Not your customer adapting to you. As a business owner, you need to adapt to your customers. And there's some really good videos on YouTube about how to read the personalities, first of all, like, you know, understanding clients and like really, really quickly being able to read the personality so that you can adjust and adapt to your customer, right? Because if you're on a call, like if you're a high D and you're on a call with a customer that's a high C and you don't adapt to them, you're never going to close them. You're likely never going to do any business because the personalities just don't match. What they want is not what you're offering. And it's going to be a lot more difficult. So the idea is that, you know, adapting so that you can actually speak the language of that customer and understand their personality will allow you to actually close, you know, that client, or at the very least work with them, right? Because guess what a high C is going to want to see? They're going to want to see spreadsheets. They're going to want to see numbers. They're going to want to see ROI, organization, all of those things, right? As a high D, you're not delivering that.
No.
Anyways, whatever.
You're hiring the right person that will deliver that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we got way off into the disc. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how that happened.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, man, it's almost 10 o'clock.
We got people hashtagging Super Trooper already. Keith, way to lead the pack. You guys, if you have made it this far through the episode, make sure to hashtag Super Trooper in the comments down below. Let us know that you've been here the whole time. We appreciate you guys so much. Also, if you guys are watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. This has been a unique episode. You know, like I said, it's kind of going back to the roots, dude. We used to just sit on the porch, drink, talk marketing, and then all of a sudden we're like, let's put it on Facebook.
No, it's all good, man. It was good. It was a good time, Matt. Good to see you. Good to catch up. Good to catch up with everybody else. Nice to get a couple guests on, students from the academy to come on and just share some wins and what they've been doing.
Yeah, we don't normally pitch it, but you guys, if you're not in the academy yet, we'd highly encourage you. Check it out. It's, let's see, go.remcacademy.com. There we go. So go ahead, go check that out. There's a webinar there. You can watch it. You can see if it's the right fit. I think there's a lot of people that have started out watching Whiskey Thursdays. They end up going into the academy and really, you know, taking their business to the next level. So again, we don't typically pitch it, but you know, why not?
We don't typically, yeah, we do. It's like product placements.
We
we bring students on. We pitch it all the time. What are you talking about?
We get other people to pitch it. Come on. What are you talking about? No, but for real, go check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. I think it'll be a good fit for a lot of people that are interested in this kind of content. So with that, I'm going to go find something that will deliver to my new place because DoorDash, they've got some awesome opportunities out there, especially for the evenings after drinking.
Everybody has been watching. Thank you so much for tuning into Whiskey Thursday. Guys, if you're tuning in from YouTube, make sure to come check us out. Every Thursday night, we go live inside the Real Estate Marketing Conversion Academy. Let me rephrase that. We go live inside the Real Estate Marketing Conversion Mastery Facebook group. The Academy is the program that we have. And guys, you know, next Thursday, we've got Forrest coming in. We're going to talk about LinkedIn.
Yeah, so, excited about that one.
Yeah, it should be good. We're going to talk about client acquisition. He's done some really, really cool stuff with it. So I'm excited to have Forrest on. He's been part of the Academy for a little while. Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a great episode. We've got a number of guests lined up coming up in the next few weeks or so. And we're going to, we got to do something with the calendar, Matt. You're on top of that. Got to get that. Yeah. So get those guests in and get Jason, back on the show.
Get them books. We'll get some more people in. Clearly, we're going to get Yash back here. Prahb probably needs to show up again, and we'll go from there. We'll keep going.
Good stuff, guys. Everybody's tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate your support. And if anybody ever needs anything, right, make sure you post inside the REMCM group.
We're here for you.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys. Have a great night, and we will see you next week. Ciao.
Take care.